We're back to Neil Haley Show. My guest today is Paul Hollis, author of the Hollow Man series and owner of many, many companies. Paul, how are you? The lessons learned in 2023. I mean, I literally am looking at myself and saying, I can't believe where marketing has gone. I can't believe where publishing has gone. I can't believe what has happened due to this crazy 2023 when it comes to how much people used to be able to do things. And in my opinion, if they do it, they DIY it, they're not going to have success, man.
I've learned a lot of things this year. I pride myself in trying to learn something every day, and what I've learned is something every day in that what works and what doesn't work for an author, across the board, whether it's marketing or it's publishing or it's editing. I've learned a lot about all of these things, all of these topics, and I got to tell you that what you do as an author, you have to release some of these things and go to people who actually are the experts at these things and pay the little bit and sort of thing. And if you don't have the time or the money to do that, I suggest you hire a virtual assistant. I mean, even if it's 3 hours a week, you are going to be so happy with a virtual assistant to say, get all those little things off my table and get them onto somebody else's who you know you can trust, and they'll get it done for you. And then you can be on back onto writing your books and writing your memoirs and all that sort of thing. So you're gonna have to do those sorts of things for us to get back to writing full time, which is what we all want to do as authors, is write full time. And so we have to just kind of let these other things go to the people who know how to do them, and that's the encouragement of how we can better ourselves into just getting back into writing, reading more books, listening to more books, whatever you got to do. But then you want to put all of that information into your writing now, and drop all these other things off the table to people who know what they're doing.
And I'm also going to tell people to educate themselves. And here's the thing that I'm going to bring out to the table is that you got to pick people that have done it themselves and had success teaching other people to do it themselves. The thing is, a lot of people have had success and then they train people to do it, and yet they haven't proven they can have success with them. So here's the thing. If you want to really know what's going on in marketing in 2023 to 2024, you go to me, you go to, again, I was about to say Media Giant marketing podcast, but we'll be talking about those things. But no, go to Marketing School Podcast with I'm with Eric Sue and Neil Patel. And then also go to acquisition.com and take Alex Hormozi's 2 courses. Once you're done taking them and listening to Alex, listening to Neil, researching on AI, then you go to all of these people who are vendors that are trying to sell you something and start asking them questions what they've learned from that. Because ultimately that is the game. Well, our agency, Paul and our agency, follows Hormozi's plan. We follow Neil Patel, the best, not just best practices, but best what works. There's so many people selling goods and services to teach people. Take a course, learn this, take a course to this. Don't. Go to Alex Hormozi at acquisition.com for absolutely free. What you'll learn in that is every course combined that people pay $10,000 to $20,000, $30,000. Thank you, Alex, for doing that. I know a lot of it being in marketing for 20 years, but he literally proved it. And he showed us this, but he also showed us things. Then let's go back to Neil Patel. I think his net worth is $30 million. I know that he's in the millions as well. Eric Sue. And listen to that Marketing School podcast and go back through it. And then put all that information in, put it into ChatGPT, put it into Google Bard. And then when you interview your possible people to hire, see if they have any clue about any of these things. If they start mentioning Grant Cardone or any of those things, they're cookie cutter BS, guys. Trust me on this. They're putting together courses that are going to sell and make you money, and then they're just going to move on. And so you figure it out. Same thing with Gary Vee. Gary Vee tells you this stuff works, but he doesn't tell you how to do it. Alex really does. Eric and Neil Patel do. And what we do here does. So, Paul, kind of to add into this mix and kind of delve in deeper, let's talk about that. So let's talk about specifically enough how much time and effort is gone when you have a social media manager slash VA.
Well,
You have
I mean,
time, free time to do what you love.
you have time to do what you love, and that is writing your books. And I know that from all authors that that's their base belief in life is to write books. And when you don't have the stress of, oh my God, now I have to spend a full-time job doing marketing, and then oh my gosh, I've got all these little things on my desk that I've got to get through before I start writing. Well, take those things and give them to a VA, very cheap, for what you're getting from them. They do lots of, I mean, they do anything you want to do, really.
And
So
that's
I
your
mean, that's
business and my business, American
yeah.
made VA, launching very, very soon to a theater near you. We are taking clients right now in a beta test. But yes, American made VA, that's going to give you. But go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, that's what we are looking forward to is as authors is to get all these things out of our way and get them off to people who know what they're doing, or leave them alone. Don't do anything with it. It'll be your price to pay whichever way you go with it. But take 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 what you don't like to do or what you cannot do, and give it to a reasonably priced third party, which is um, website and social media and virtual assisting and virtual assistants. By the way, it'll do everything from SEO on websites to critiquing your work for you if you'd like to have them read your work, right? So there are lots of things that you want to do to get yourself ready for 2024, and that's what we're trying to position everybody so to help you out, guys, because people have helped me through my career, and I want to help other people now.
And that's the key thing. And we look at, let's talk about media giant marketing, which again, you're a business partner with me in this agency that we're about to launch with neilhaley.com, and then paulhollis.com will be both connected to the pages. But what we're learning is we're going to go into PR, we're going to go into SEO, but we're going to look at the greatest people that do it and we're going to copy it. It's very interesting. I was listening to a law of attraction video, and Brian Tracy said this a very big thing, a law of cause and effect, that if you don't go out there, you copy what worked for somebody else. You don't go reinvent the wheel. You don't go you figure out what that person did successful and you copy exactly what they did, the blueprint of how it's done, and it's done. It's that simple. And then people can do it. And it's crazy, but we're not talking going through a course. We're talking to really delve into what that person success was and label and go through that success. That might mean spending more money. That might be certain things, but we have to look at when you have a product or service, please look at it, ladies and gentlemen. Please do your research. Please do a market analysis. Please look at your competition. Please look at what kind of money you really can make. Don't look into pipes and dreams and not have anything planned. And with AI, you shouldn't have to go through any of that. Just plug in an AI and ask AI what they think. Right, Paul?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. I've learned how to use AI to much to my dismay.
So I drive AI. Paul Hollis drives AI. Ask again one of your vendors. It was interesting. A client just sent me a proposal for SEO from one of their former vendors, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And the price was outrageous, and it wasn't going to do anything because they don't have the right product or service ready to go yet. So here's the thing: please, in 2024, if you had that dream, you don't want that thing, please go through acquisition.com, take all of Alex Hormozy's courses, listen to the Marketing School podcast, listen to anything we have to bring out on the table. And then lastly, go ahead and ask AI your plan. Put it together, and you feel like, I can't do all this. This is too overwhelming after doing all this, Paul. Give us a call today, Paul. Right? Tell us.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you and love to talk to you and tell you what we can do. Yeah, which we've learned.
Right. And so this week, Paul's going to be writing blogs based on some of the most important tactics that are be successful, not just for authors, but for entrepreneurs in general. And you'll be able to check all that out at hollowmanseries.com, and then also all these different places. Appreciate it, Paul. Great show, and we'll talk soon. You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.